Yes, a beautiful Wednesday morning to you, and welcome to another moment talking sport right here on your number one star, Politics and Business TV. Now, we'll be looking at one man who's two men who actually debuted last night in their various clubs, but at the end of the day, one got victorious, while the other, who also was victorious, had to go back to bench, or should we say injury, as Brighton's new signee was injured just yesterday during his debut game in the championship in the FA Cup round of five qualifiers, and also Olmo has actually scored a debut goal in Barcelona's win last night, coming from behind to win the game 2 goals to 1. Olmo, who also was announced and registered as a Barcelona player last night, also made an impact. In fact, scored the winning goal. These and more right here on your number one star. My name is Rudo Musago RMG. We'll be right back after this quick break for more of the stories. Now let's start off from Mexico, where Mexico actually defeated our own Nigerian under-20 ladies. As an early goal from Mexico, Lomeli in the 10th minute condemned our Falcons to a 0-1 loss in a warm-up game in Bogota, Colombia, out there in the Colombian nation. Now the match restarted about 9:30 p.m. local time and ended 11:30 p.m. The Falcons had on the Friday night defeated Australia 2-1 in their first international friendly match in Colombia before falling to Mexico last night. Now the Nigerian Football Federation had prepared friendly matches for the girls to further fortify the team ahead of the 2024 World Cup flanks in Colombia. The Nigerian women's national team are in Group D with Germany, Venezuela, and Korea Republic. With the 2010 and 2014 FIFA World Cup winner finalists will kick off their campaign against Korea on Monday, 2nd September 2024 at 12 a.m. before taking Germany on September 4th, second game at 9 p.m. And then 7th is Venezuela, will be taking on their last game with the Nigerian Super Falcons. All right, now let's leave that short. Let's go straight to the Nigerian Professional Football League from the local side. Ahead of a commencement of the 2024-2025 Nigerian Professional Football League season, the annual preseason program for referee in Nigeria has commenced. Now the program is holding in different badges at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja, featuring arbiters of league drawn from different parts of the country, including the FCT. Referees are undergoing physical fitness tests, field and also running skills, including the field running techniques. The curtain raisers for new season is expected to hold on the 31st of August 2024 between Rangers International and El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. All right, good one, and we hope to see more of that. Now let's go straight to still maintaining the Nigerian Professional Football League. Still ahead of the commencement of the NPFL season, Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State has constituted a new management board for Nasarawa United Club. Now, this report came in, it contained in a statement on Tuesday by the Secretary of the Government of Nasarawa State, as it appoints Solomon Babanja as the new manager of Nasarawa United Football Club. And in order to ensure seamless performance of the club in the Nigerian Premier League, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule, Governor of Nasarawa State, has approved the reconstitution of the management board as follows: Solomon Babanja as the chairman, Musa Adamu Galle as the team manager, Usman Ibn Umar as team manager, beg your pardon, is Usman Ibn Umar, while members of the board include Musa Usman Uruma, Amos Eche, and head media is T.Y. Abubakar Duma. The camp commandant also who is one of the big men who still retain their position in the club. Congratulations to them. Now let's travel straight to KB State, where Nigerian National League side KB United have commenced readiness for the 2024-2025 pre-season league season. Now, despite failing to secure promotions to the Nigerian Professional Football League side, the team made their mark by reaching the semi-finals of the Federation Cup. The management of the team on Tuesday announced the signing of Shola Ibrahim Adewi as the head coach of the team. He signed in a 2-year deal that will see him with the club until 2026. Meanwhile, the club has resumed official training ahead of the new season. The target of the team in the new season is to gain promotion to the Nigerian Professional Football League next season. Congratulations to the man, former Tornadoes and also Malum Fashi MC head coach. Now let's go straight to CAF Federation Football this time around, as the Confederation of African Football CAF has released a list of stadiums that will stage the next round of Champions League and Confederation Cups. According to the list released on Monday evening, Godswill Akpabio Stadium of Uyo in Akwa Ibom was the only stadium in Nigeria that made the cut out of the 4 Nigerian clubs that entered for the inter-club competition this season. Only 2 are made to the second round of the preliminary rounds. Champions Rangers defeated US Zilima Joe of Comoros in the first round of the Champions League, while Yimba International was drawn by. The second round of the preliminary round has been scheduled for September 6. Now let's travel to Rwanda this time around, as the Amavubi of Rwanda has started preparation for their crucial African Cup of the Nation qualifier against the Nigerian Super Eagles. Now the coach of the team sorry for that quick breaking transmission. Now we'll be moving forward and still take the story from Rwanda. Now in Rwanda, the Amavubi of Rwanda has started preparation ahead of their crucial tie with the Nigerian Super Eagles African Cup of Nations qualifying game. The coach of the team, Peter, last week called up 36 for the important double-header games. Now the team resumed the training on Tuesday under the German gaffer at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali. Before facing Nigeria, the Amavubi will face Libya away from home on the 7th of September, and they play the Nigerian Super Eagles on the 10th of the same month. And now Captain William Trust, Ekong wingback Olaina, and forward Victor Osimhen and Taiwo Awoni are also back in the Super Eagles nest for months 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying matches against the Squirrels of Benin Republic and Rwanda these years AFCON. Alright, we are so sorry for those pictures displaying. Those were not the pictures we were expecting to display. But meanwhile, we'll be looking at that stories quickly. Now let's go straight to talking about the Nigerian Super Eagles contingent, as 23 players have been given to the new head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles, Mr. Labadia Bruno, who will take charge of the next qualifying games for the Nigerian Super Eagles, as Nigeria will be taking the Squirrels of Benin Republic on the 7th of September 2024. Now, while on the 10th, they will be hosting Rwanda coming in. As from the camp coming in is that Bruno is expected to start camping on Monday at the Abuja International, MK Abiola International Stadium in Abuja later today. And this year's AFCON Man of the Match competition, Trust Ekong, was this countenance for the March Day 3 and March Day 4 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier race in June, as he was recovering from injury, while Ola Aina, Awoni, and the reigning African Player of the Year Victor Osimhen were out injured altogether. There are 3 goalkeepers, including 20 AFCON 2023 star Stalin Wambali, 7 defenders, 6 midfielders, and 7 forwards. Bended Insurance Safe Hands Amos Obasogi also returns, just as a South African-based defender Olisenda and Taiwo Aweni, who were not being called up since the 1-1 draw with Lesotho in Uyo on March Day 1 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign in the month of November 2023. Now the Super Eagles go up against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic at the Godswill Apabio Stadium in Uyo on Saturday on the 7th. While before flying to Kigali to take on the Amavubi of the Amahoro at the Amahoro Stadium on Tuesday, 10th of September. All the players expected to report on Monday, 2nd of September 2024. All right, let's quickly take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be spanning out other stories from Europe, starting up with tennis. We'll be right back. Glad to know you're still with Politics and Business TV. Don't forget that you can reach us on our Facebook platform and also our YouTube platform at Politics and Business TV.English. All right, so we quickly start up with tennis this time around in the US Open, as Britain's Dan Evans produced an astonishing comeback to win the longest match in the US Open history, as he beats Russian Karen Khachanov in a 5 hours and 35 minutes game. Evans, who is 34 years old, was 4-0 down in the decider, but somehow found the mental and physical strength to win 6-7, 6-8, 7-6, 7-2, 7-6, 7-4, 4-6, 6-4 in a tense finale. Russia 23rd seed Khachanov saved 2 match points before hitting the third into the net. Evans broke into a beaming smile before slumping exhausted in his chair. Both players deservedly received a standing ovation from an engrossed and entertained crowd on a packed outside court at Flushing Meadows. What a great match. 5 hours. Definitely, they were exhausted. And in the female side of the US Open, an emotional Naomi Osaka made a triumphant US Open return by beating Jelena Ostapenko in a blockbuster first round match. Now, the Japan's Osaka is a 2-time champion at Flushing Meadows, winning the first of her 4 Grand Slam titles in New York in 2018 and repeating the feat in 2020. She missed the last year's tournament after giving birth to daughter Shy, but watch from the crowd, which reignited her desire to compete. Now, the former world #1 faced a tough task against a Latvian 10th seed Ostapenko, but came through 6-3, 6-2 in just 63 minutes. Osaka covered her face with her towel as she cried in tears of joy and relief after the win and became emotional again in her on-court interview. A victory over Ostapenko was Osaka's first against a top 10 player for 4 years. Osaka, who also won the Australian Open in 2019 and 2021, spoke before the US Open about not feeling like she's in her body since the return from maternity leave. Congratulations to the young woman. Now let's leave that shot. Let's come back to football, and this time around we'll go straight to Camp Nou, Barcelona in the Spanish, who just rejoined Barca from RB Leipzig Olmo for a reported 60 million euros earlier this month, but could not play because of the Spanish top flight strict financial rules. Scored a goal last night. After Iker Gundogan was released back to Manchester City and defender Clement Lenglet moved to Atletico Madrid, the 26-year-old was able to feature at Real Vallecano last night, and the playmaker found the winner late on and calling in a left-footed after great work from a fellow Spain Euro 2024 talking about Lamine Yamal. Barcelona's top La Liga after playing 3 games and 3 points and are in the only side still with a 100% record. Unai Lopez gave the home side an early lead which held on till the hour mark when Pedri played in a fine 1-2 with Rafinha and struck in. Olmo, who was at Barcelona as a boy, bought a left for Dinamo Zagreb at the age of 16 without making an appearance, then stole the points and the headlines with his fantastic finish and a debut goal. Congratulations. Come back to England this time around. We'll start off with transfer scenes as Manchester United have exploratory talks over a deal to sign Raheem Sterling from Chelsea. Now the 29-year-old forward has been training away from the first team squad after being told by Blues manager Enzo Maresca that he will struggle for minutes at the club. While it is being stressed, there is no guarantee for an agreement being reached. It underlines United sporting director and Ashworth's desire to see if he can use the situation at Stamford Bridge to his club's advantage. Meanwhile, United sources stresses any deal will only be a swap deal between winger Jadon Sancho, who is also available and is known to have admired a return to Chelsea. Juventus are interested in Sancho but are resisting United's desire to include an obligation to buy in a loan deal, and also do not want to pay all the 24-year-old's wages. Sterling, who has 82 England caps, is known to be a childhood United fan, and he spent 10 years in the Northwest, first at Liverpool, then Manchester City, where he won 10 major trophies before joining Chelsea in a £50 million deal 2 years ago. Now let's go straight to Chelsea this time around, as Chelsea have made a very lucrative offer to sign a 28-year-old England and Brentford striker Ivan Toney, though the Blues will not be able to match the wages on offer from Saudi Arabia club Al Ahly. Meanwhile, Ivan Toney is reportedly in up to 400,000 a week with the Saudi Pro League side, and Newcastle and Manchester United are looking at a late move for England forward Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who is out of contract at Everton this summer. Now Liverpool are working to complete the signing of Juventus and Italy forward Federico Chiesa before the transfer window closes later on Friday. Now Lyon and Belgium midfielder Aurel Mangala, who is 26 years old, is expected to have a medical with Everton with a view to joining the club on loan before the transfer deadline. Leicester City are also closer to a breakthrough in their £19.5 million bid to sign Czech and Moroccan midfielder Bilal El Kanouz, who is 20 years old. Meanwhile, Nottingham Forest are also looking to Ajax and Netherlands forward Brian Brobbey, who is 22 years old, as a potential signing before the transfer window closes on Friday. Now Chelsea have also identified Aston Villa and Colombian forward Jean Duran, who is 20 years old, as an alternative to Napoli's Victor Osimhen if they fail to sign the 25-year-old Nigerian international. Now, AS Roma are open to selling England forward Tammy Abraham to West Ham United, who are interested, and Bayern Munich and also Borussia Dortmund are monitoring 24-year-old English winger Jadon Sancho's situation at Manchester United, and there could be a possible return to Germany. Meanwhile, Manchester City are yet to make a decision on the future of Portugal midfielder Matheus Nunes, who is 25 years old, but are aware of Atletico Madrid's interest in him. Ipswich Town are in advanced talks to sign a Republic of Ireland winger Chidozie Ogbene, who is a 27-year-old Nigerian born from Luton Town. And also Leeds have open talks with Fortuna Düsseldorf in a bid to sign Japan midfielder Ao Tanaka, who is 25 years old. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich have agreed a deal with Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal for Kingsley Coman. However, the 28-year-old French winger has yet to commit to the move. Meanwhile, West Bromwich Albion have rejected a bid around £10 million from Southampton for 21-year-old English winger Tom Fellows. Meanwhile, Netherlands striker Weghorst, who is 2 years old, is set to join Ajax from Burnley after reaching a personal agreement with a Dutch club. Congratulations to Weghorst, who came to Manchester United and couldn't make any impact for the club. Well, this is the size of the package this beautiful Wednesday morning. Join me tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Thursday's edition of PNB Sport. I have been Ridwan Musa Go RMG. Enjoy the week ahead of you, and bye for now.